Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is MAMITA and this is my first tarot reading here on astrolata.com here on YouTube, and I'm super excited. I've always been a fan of Astrolata, and so it's like a dream come true that I get to now be part of the family and read for other people and hopefully give good advice that was super helpful for me when I had come across her channel, and I'm a whole new person because of it, and I was even inspired to start reading tarot professionally because of her. So thank you so much for joining me on my first video. I'll be doing a community reading for people, and then I'll be going through the signs, and then if I have some time after, I will be pulling cards for people as well. So super exciting! So I decided to make this this video called New Moon. We're a little bit right after the new moon, but I thought it was a little bit better when Mercury was in a better position, and I'm down with that. Mercury's in Cancer now, and it's in my 10th house. So I thought I'd do a new moon, new you, how to manifest with tarot. I get so many questions about tarot, and they're usually kind of geared toward yes or no questions. Will this happen to me? Yes or no? And I try to coach people with their questions before they ask them, actually, because I feel like you can get so mumuch more out of tarot if you actually kind of decide for yourself what you do want, and then ask the question, how can I get it? How can I go about it? And I've done it. I've been able to do that for my own life and completely changed. I even did it to get on this channel, and I took a lot of advice about timing, stuff like that. So it works. Manifestation works, tarot works, and astrology works as well. So I'm here to help you guys with that. You can find me on the Astrolata website now under Readers for Tarot. I'm an intuitive reader. So I'd be happy to offer my services to you. I offer a couple of readings that are a little bit more of my own readings, but I also offer traditional ones like the Celtic Cross reading as well. One of my favorite ones is the As Above, So Below reading. That is something that it's like a wheel that I kind of came up with, and I kind of read it like an astrology chart too. I've been studying astrology for a while, and so I like to kind of incorporate those things into my readings as well. So let's get started for a community reading. I like to kind of do these on the moon phases. So right now we've just come off of a new moon in Gemini, which is awesome time to kind of reconnect with that whole Gemini Sagittarius axis, all the new information and journeys and communications we can be bringing into our lives. So let's get started, guys. Okay, very interesting, guys. So we have 3 cards I pulled for us. The Star, the King of Pentacles, and the Tower. So we got 2 major arcana, and I'll read them out first, and then I'll kind of give you my interpretation for us for this new moon cycle right now. So the Star is all about keeping your eye on the prize, right? Keeping it's like your compass, where you want to go in life, keeping yourself focused so you never gear off track, and even if you do gear off track, so that you remember where you are in your life. So this is really calling to us to remember ourselves, remember our dreams, remember our callings. And like I said before, we're kind of like in this like halftime period, right? So remembering what we were trying to learn, remembering our greater goals, remembering the things that we came here to do. This is kind of like a calling to be like, hey, wake up. Remember, this is what you are after. This is where your goals were. This is where your dreams were headed. So this is really a call to say, hey, don't give up on those things. It's not it yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. So keep remembering, keep your eye there. I love to see this card. It's such a magical card. So next we have a great card too. This is the King of Pentacles. King energy and Queen energy are about reaching a final phase in something, reaching a total maturity level. And so this is like the king of structure, the king of all kings of a structure, the king of earth, and even kings are earthy. So this is like super earthy, super grounded, super structured, really getting to a place that you feel leveled again, that you feel really, really centered, getting your base really centered. Because next, what we had come up for us was the Tower, that our structural centers need our attention again, and that might be coming from where our dreams are headed, where our true goals are, where our true north compass is inside, where who we really, really are inside. This is a calling for us to revisit this, because if not, these things need to come down for us. They need to be rebuilt. This is a perfect time to kind of really go into yourself and readdress the goals that you have wanted for yourself. Readdress, exactly what even that success means to you, what that means. And it means something different for everybody. Success for one person could having like a really hefty bank account. For another person, that could just mean having a little cushion for your family to go on vacation, things like that. You have to readdress what it means for you right now. This is the perfect time for readdressing these goals, these higher visions, these things that we wanted to go after. This is like kind of the center like time out right now to say, hey, if they're not really strong, they're gonna come down. And if they do come down, let them come down. They weren't strong enough to begin with. And when I see this card, people are always like, oh God, the Tower card. I used to be the same way. I used to freak out and be like, oh no, not the Tower. But it's okay. The Tower is awesome actually to see. It's okay. This is a good thing. This is saying what wasn't working before now has to be revisited. What wasn't working before needs to come down and needs to be rebuilt stronger. And you do have these two great cards supporting that process of rebuilding those things. I know in my own life, there are things that I thought I had mastered, that I thought that I was good at, and I didn't. And so I let them kind of go by the wayside, and I was like, well, I'm already a master at this. But that's not how life works. You have to keep up that strength. You have to keep building that muscle. Whatever you think that you're already like grand at, you're already good at. You have to keep, it's almost like your continuing education skills in life. You have to continue those educational moments in your life and keep learning and keep expanding. And so ultimately, the first card again that came out for us, which is the ultimate message I see for us, is really keeping our eye on the prize and then reevaluating how we're going to get there. Maybe we've drifted off a little bit to the side. Maybe we've taken a detour. Maybe we've gone on vacation from it, and now is a good time to say, okay, that was fun, or that was a thing. And now how can I reassess and get back to where I want to go? So this is our overlying theme for us with this new moon until we hit the full moon and we readdress again. And I love new moons. I always think of them as like a little like mini new year. I always think like, okay, if I've messed up, if I've gone off of gear, okay, new moon, new moon, new me, new moon, new me. I'll start over. So here we go, guys. I always said that if I ever did this, I would start with Pisces, because I am a Pisces. I'm a Pisces Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and I never do. I always start with Aries. It's in the 6th house, so I still have my habits. I still like things to be nice and tidy. So, okay guys, what can Aries expect? Advice for Aries. Okay. Aries. The Page of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So this is really about your emotions right now, Aries. I know life can go really fast for you and move really quickly for you, and sometimes all that fire, all that movement, it means that you don't necessarily fully take in what you're feeling. So right now, the Page of Cups, the page is a character in the tarot that's always going to feel like more younger energy. And regardless if you are actually young or not, this is more about the emotional stage you're in right now. And doesn't mean that you can't get to another place later, or sometimes you're in a better place. But right now, things are a little bit shakier. That there, you see in the picture, there's this giant ocean in back of this person that they're going to have to kind of face. They're going to have to face the deeper deeper depths of their emotions right now. So this is really about kind of coming back and feeling young again, and that's easier for you guys, right? Feeling young again, and allowing that type of exploration to happen. That when you're young, when everything is new, when everything is fluttery, when everything feels very sensitive and touchy, letting that be the place where you're at right now. And I see that for you guys, there is something that you really need to move on from. There is a place that in these emotions that you need to allow yourself to like kind of go there, allow yourself to be vulnerable, and then reach out into that depth, into that ocean, and draw out whatever ugliness, whatever is like keeping you at a very low vibration, because right now this is showing that this is dried up for you. There's nothing left for you to be feeling this way, that it's like you've sucked all the water up with this negativity, emotional space that you're in, or maybe someone else has sucked up all that water around you, all that creative, beautiful energy, that there's nothing left here. So it's time to move on, Aries. It's time to just let something go that you maybe have not been really processing very well, or that you haven't even been letting yourself have attention to, things like that. And so yeah, time to move on, address it, kind of let yourself be young, let yourself feel it. There's a lot of times that, especially for us adults in life, we get used to the disappointments, we get used to the failures, we get so used to it that we become numb to it. And so we almost become stone around it. And this is a call to be vulnerable again, so that you can address it, so that you can move on, so that the stone doesn't keep you stuck. Our emotions are a call for us for action. So come on down and feel your things and release it, Aries, okay? I see you guys are commenting, and this is my first time on the live, so it comes up and then it goes away and then it comes up. So I'm sorry if I'm missing important. Okay, I'm reconnected. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we have Taurus next. Taurus. And again, guys, I know you guys are part of the fam here, so if you want this to be for your moon, your rising, or your sun, that's totally up for you. Whatever that you kind of connect with more, whatever sign. I'm a Pisces, but I tend to look at my rising sign a lot more, my Libra rising. So whatever you feel like you tend to get your messages, that's fine. Taurus. So you have the Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords. So there is a block going on. There is a protection going on. I see right now that you're kind of like, well, Two of Swords always indicates there's some type of internal conflict. There's sometimes like you don't know which way to go. You're not sure which direction to go. And the Nine of Wands is really like this like block or this protection or this like rest area or whatever. You've kind of created some type of boundary, whether it was for rest or whether it's just because you're not feeling safe enough and vulnerable enough to kind of like go out there and express yourself. So I really see right now, let's address the first one that came up, which is the Nine of Wands. So this block, it either is happening, you feel like it's happening to you, or it's happening internally that you can't get past something, Taurus. And this is, I'm a Taurus moon, I get it. I have a hard time as well moving past something. A lot of Taurus we do, right? When something new or shaky is coming up, we kind of just want to like hunker down and like dig in our feet instead and say, I'm not moving and I don't want change, and no, this is the way it should always be. And so it's really difficult for us sometimes, right, Taurus? So the Nine of Wands is really wanting you to place your attention to it. It's a call to attention saying, hey, whether you believe that this is a block from the outsider or coming from the inside, it's time to start addressing it. If it is from the outside, this might be a projection of the reality that you are kind of like creating, that you're believing that maybe this has to do with like a partner or relationship or a friend or something, that you're believing that they're not coming as close to you, or they're creating some type of block, or maybe there's a job that you're feeling that you're not getting, you don't understand. This is really saying that this is kind of internal right now. Whether that's a situation from internal, or where you know it's internal, that you're like created a block, and it's time to start releasing it. It's time to kind of release this this protective barrier, you could say, that you've put around yourself, Taurus, and allow for the space, allow to kind of, like I was saying, Aries, allow for that vulnerability again right now, allow for things to come in. There's a receptive energy right now, and so allowing for things to really come in for you, so that you can be soft again, and that, so then you can kind of get through this thing that's kind of like had you on this seesaw, if you will, that's not really letting you move on. It's really starting from this block, and whether if it is something that you feel is external, really start addressing, is it a belief pattern? Do you believe, are you telling yourself a story, Taurus, that this is the way it can only be, and like sort of like we kind of tell ourselves these stories, and then we don't allow for new stories to kind of be created when that happens. So if that's the case, Taurus, let down that boundary, because it's really keeping you in this this like phase of not being able to move on and really make a decision for yourself. Your mind is kind of like really being torn in two. And so when I see this card, this is the advice I always give. When I see this card, go with what you feel. This is the moon. Go with what you feel. Go with we have all this Cancer energy, right? Go with the feels. Mercury's in Cancer now, so go with what you feel. Go with your intuition. Go with what feels right. What feels like pasta and pizza. Go when it feels comfortable, and it makes you feel, and that's not to say to just stay where you are, but go with what feels like your North Star is, your moon is, and where you feel like you know internally where the gut instinct is. It's kind of releasing the mind, releasing the judgments, releasing the blocks, and really asking yourself. You can always go to your gut, hold your hand over your gut. And if you feel a sinking feeling when you think something, that's usually an inner compass being like, no, that's not where I should go. Or if you kind of feel like a smile internally, then yes, go for it. That is the right direction you go, and then let it go. Let yourself go for it. Stop with the going back and forth on it, and trying to like pros and cons and all the things that you're kind of really doing to just keep yourself behind that that internal cage. Okay, Taurus, hope that helped you. I'm sure I need to I'll probably have to go back and listen to that for myself. I tend to need to hear my own advice sometimes. Okay, so we have Gemini. Okay, Gemini, strength and the Ace of Wands. So strength is really about not necessarily like muscular strength and like being brawny. This woman has bested the beast. Jeez, I have Mercury in Pisces, guys. So if things are not clear, I'm sorry. I have a lot of Pisces energy over here. Besting the beast internally. Really, when something's coming up for you in these next 2 weeks with this new moon in your own sign, right? That energy kind of lasts for the next 2 weeks until we get to the next cycle. We're really gonna have to use your internal strength, that like the last bit, the thing that keeps you doing the right thing, the last thing that says no, to not like be so reactive, and to keep yourself in a level place. And we have a lot of that Cancer energy coming through, right? And so there's a lot of that's highly reactive, especially for Mercury there. This is your ruling planet. It's going to be a time where I see it all the time. I'm already seeing it. Like there's a lot of like very highly reactive energy. So this is really a call to say, hey, use that inner strength, and there's these new things that are going to be popping out for you, and then you have that Ace of Wands coming up, which is like something very new, and this is perfect new moon energy. I just wrote a post about this the other day, that Ace energy is perfect new moon energy. It's about there being something very tiny, minuscule, like an idea, a passing thought, some type of like energetic thing, because this is the wand, so it's energy and action. And it's maybe this tiny movement you did, or this tiny action you did, or whatever it is. It could even be something as crazy as like, you know, you fell and that like prompted you to like get some help or something, and that created this whole other thing that you met somebody, blah, blah, blah. So this is just an example. But right now what you really need to do is hold on to that strength, because inside of you is going to pop up this really deep like fire, this deep like energy that's going to come for you and really give you a new beginning right now. And this is, you know, perfect for you. I love it when it's very reflective of what we see. There's something really new coming for you, some type of really, and it could be a project, this could be a new action that you take, a new routine that you start putting into yourself, but it's going to take a lot of inner strength to really follow through with this. So it's first really good to kind of check in with yourself, and whatever you need to do to kind of like tame that inner beast, whether it's yoga, whether it's listening to meditative music, whether it's running, whatever you need to do to kind of calm all these like double and baba. So calm the inner workings of your mind, Gemini, and really get back to that strong core, because this is going to be something really important for you to really act upon, and it's going to be something that you might not even notice it. So just try to stay aware of these little actions. And if you get inspired, this is like an inspiration card. You'll know that this is kind of like something that you need to start following through on, that this is going to be something on the next Gemini phase cycle that you can really kind of check in with and see how far that has grown. Okay, guys? Oh, good. I'm glad. I just got like a whiff of comments. They like come through and they don't come through. I'm not very technologically savvy, so the comments are coming and then they're going. Oh, good. I'm glad that was a good message for you guys. Good. I'm gonna drink a lot of water. Like I said, I'm a Pisces. I'm always thirsty. So, okay. So who do we have? Gemini, Cancer. It's like we're not yet in the Sun and Cancer man, but we're in some Cancer vibes. Okay. Okay. Cancer, King of Cups, King of Cancer, King of Water, and we have the Emperor. So, Cancer, spotlight's kind of starting to being twisted on you a little bit, right? We're kind of coming into your energy a little bit. Some planets are already there, some planets are following. So this is really about being emotionally strong. This is not the Queen of Cups, where it's a little bit more nurturing and receptive. This is the King of Cups, where it's about being solid. That you are almost being that you are that place where other people can kind of go to, or that they can lean on, that they can kind of really come to you for this. But it's going to take you to be unaffected, right? Because you're so nurturing, you're so giving. You can really be affected by all the waves and the hurricanes and the things around you. So now is really the time. This is your moment to really show how important it is to be emotionally strong, to be emotionally intelligent. This is going to be you really kind of owning that space, because there might be people coming to you that are going to be asking you for that type of guidance. Like they maybe maybe it'll be Aries, who we read, that needs to come to you and how do I feel this, or how do I deal with these feelings? It's kind of you being that king right now, stepping into that power, stepping into that really like watery energy, whether this is your intuition or your just ability to really feel and give and nurture and like and understand. I feel like water energy, a lot of us are very understanding. A lot of us are very understanding because we've been through it all. We've kind of seen it all. And sometimes things don't really surprise us so much because like, oh yeah, I've been there. Oh no, I've been that hurt. Nope, I've been that happy. We've kind of really like been through the whole thing. And so this is really kind of you to like now show your colors, show how strong you are emotionally, because up here is kind of this Emperor card, right? This is another one of those, like, it's like King of Kings in a way. This is another call to action for you to be on top of that game, and then to really go out there and be that structural support, be that mountain, be that type of you know, this card kind of represents like the government, the law of the land, the male energy in our lives that is more the foundational, structural type of energy. And so you got that double whammy here, being very kingly, being very noble, being very understanding, seeing the whole picture, being very assertive as well, because this is typically a card ruled by Aries, and you can kind of see the rams on the card. So this is very, you know, taking that energy and making sure that you're very responsible with that type of emotional energy, that emotional intelligence right now. So you're like our own, you're the one we're going to, Cancer, when things get rough in the next 2 weeks. When we're all up in your energy and we don't know how to deal with it. Okay, Cancer, Leo. Right, Leo? Yeah. Leo. Okay. Got some more King energy. All right. Maybe because it's the summer, right? You guys always feel a little bit better in the summertime, a little bit more sassier in the summertime. So your two cards, Leo, are the King of Pentacles, King of Earth, and you have the Two of Wands, which is about planning and kind of going off on a new journey for yourself. So King of Pentacles, again, I was just talking about King energy, right? Very structurally sound, very like, you know, this is the one that I would say that was almost closest to the Emperor. We have the Rams again, but this is more earth, this earth of earth, right? So this King energy for you is really kind of totally in character, in typecast, right, Leo? Right now is the time to really step into that noble, loyal aspect of yourself, that very generous aspect to yourself. This is like kind of like the typical like King Arthur type energy. It's just the one that was loved by all, the one that everyone knows they can count on. He is such a lovely card, and he's older, but he's also like very handsome, you know, which I know you guys like. But so this is really calling into you stepping into your more noble self. I know you Leos can sometimes be a little bit reactive, and so especially with Cancer energy, I know Leos that sometimes that reactive energy can really affect them as well, because, you know, don't mess with the tiger, or don't mess with the lion, you know. It does have a bite back, but for the most part, this is really saying like it's time to really step into your noble energy, time to step into your better self, into the role that you were born to play, because there's something that you're going to need to start exploring, and you're going to need to be in a good place for that. You're going to need to be in a sound place for that. So the Two of Wands is really about like either going off on a real journey, like planning a real trip. You know, it is summer coming, or it is summer, so or this is more like the wand energy is more wand energy, the best I can really explain it, is very like Jupiter energy, very Sagittarius energy, about kind of like going out and like learning again, and putting things out there and really like embracing the world. There's a world in this picture. So this is something that you might be a leader on, that you might like really be like feeling that you're like super good at. Sorry, lack of words again, Pisces, that you're really like, that you feel like you're a king at, that you feel like you're like really like a rock star at, and now it's time to like kind of plan and like kind of put it out in the world. What way can you really like be helping people? This is again king energy, so there's like this sense of really taking care of and looking after people and giving something, especially with this wand energy, which is really about like the expansion, putting it out there. And so this is now about like, okay, I have this great thing and I'm at a great place and I'm really like a rock star at this. How can I go out and like really push forward with this? So especially if there's Leos out there that have been thinking like they kind of want to step out and do their own thing. Maybe it's for a career, maybe it's just a vacation, anything like that. This is a really good time to like really start the planning stages. Do that business plan, or write down all the things that you would want to do on that vacation. Write out the costs, whatever it is, whether you're planning like on just like putting yourself out there to somebody, whatever that is for you, kind of plan it. Like play the parts for yourself. Assign roles and play them all for yourself, and kind of just put out there what you really want to happen, and don't really focus on what you don't want to happen. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I like to use tarot for not the tarot to decide what's going to happen in my life, but for me to decide, and then the tarot tell me how I can get there. So this is really like decide, write down that plan, write down that story, right? The thing I was talking about, the story that you tell yourself, write the story that you want to see, that you want to have in your life, Leo, and then go for it. You have that king energy. You are that king, or that queen, whatever it is. You are that like super divine energy there. I just complimented you. Now you'll love me, right? Okay. Leo, Virgo. Okay. Okay, so nice. So 7 of Pentacles, Virgo, and 6 of Cups. So this is really cool. I really see that there's something coming in for you, almost like a gift or something that you've been really waiting on, that has been really like, that you've planted the seeds, and you're kind of like wondering, well, now what? Right? I've done everything right. I planted the seeds, and you're kind of waiting on it. So my advice, first off, Virgo, if you planted some seeds, if you did it this new moon cycle, don't expect, number one, for it to happen right away. Virgos, I know you can be a little bit literal sometimes, and I have that. I have a lot of planets. All my Pisces is in the 6th house. So I have my whole chart kind of topsy-turvy. So I understand Virgo energy as well. I know sometimes things can seem very, very literal when you're like working a spell or working a prayer, but it's not going to happen overnight, Virgo. First off, just let me let you know that, and that you need to stop watching it, stop waiting for it, because there is really something beautiful coming in for you, Virgo. This is a card that I see a lot of times when gifts are coming, when like a very beautiful innocent love is coming in, when I also call this the soulmate card a lot of times. So there's just like a really beautiful spiritual pure energy to this card, and you are a pure person with your Virgo-ness. So this is great to see, but you just have to know that it's not gonna happen right away, but whatever is coming for you, Virgo, it's going to pay off. It's going to be very lovely, and it's going to feel really great inside. And so just keep, you can check in with your garden. You can make sure that, maybe it doesn't get too much sun, or water it, if, prune it here and there, but don't sit there watching it and then wondering why it's not happening, and then kind of getting into the sulky, like, oh, this doesn't work, and I don't even know why I believed in it, and whatever Virgo energy might come out for you. where you start getting critical of the whole process. Don't allow that. You know, gardens don't grow overnight. It takes seasons sometimes for things to start showing the fruits of the labor. But whatever is coming for you, just know that it's going to be very beautiful. It's very lovely, and it's almost like a gift. It's a gift that is coming for you. So keep believing. So that was a good and nice and easy one. That was straightforward for you guys. Love it. More water. Okay, we're halfway there. We're almost there, Pisces. Okay. Let's see. Did I do these backwards? I always do Virgo. Oh, okay, Libra. I don't think I skipped anyone. I always get the middle signs a little bit flipped. So Virgo, and then Libra. Thanks, yeah. Feel free to let me know if I skipped a sign. How embarrassing. Okay, Libra. I'm a Libra rising, 0 degrees. That's why I say my chart is like literally just upside down. I understand the underworld. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra. So 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. So Libra, this is perfect energy for you. This is going to be easy for you to tap into. This is really about the self-care, being really taken care of, having your things kind of all aligned and nice and tidy and even, and so that they are kind of aligning for you in a really beautiful way, so that the energy is really like it's grounded, it's even, it's steady right now. And so this is not quite the 10 of Pentacles, which would show that this now has grown to such a garden that you can like now house everyone with it or feed everyone with it. But right now, what I really see for you is that if you're really getting these things, sorry, I just got distracted by a comment. Yes, I am a Libra ascendant. If you're getting everything really even and straightforward for you, that you're gonna really be in a nice place for yourself. So this could be just kind of tapping in again to like cleaning your house, like getting your hair did, like making sure that your checkbook, who uses that anymore? Your finances look straight and orderly. Just kind of getting everything nice and tidy for yourself, because it seems like you are going to be at a good place. If you can get yourself to this place, if you can kind of tap into this energy and kind of get everything really grounded for yourself and start to feel really good about yourself. She's really pretty and she's taken care of, and she's got a bird talking to her. She's like little Snow White over here, except she doesn't have a crazy person after her. But if you can really get to that space, there's going to be this really new this new place that you can kind of like move forward into. This card is about commitment, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about a relationship, but if it is for you, maybe there is something tapping in that you're going to be really feeling like you're at a good place to kind of move forward in something, that you're feeling really good about yourself, you're feeling very structurally sound about yourself, so that you can kind of move into the next journey, move into the next step for yourself, whether this is a relationship, whether this is kind of asking for that for promotion, whether this is like you know, having that tough conversation, whatever it is, it's time to like kind of really move to the next step and really commit to it and kind of get off of that as a Libra rising, I know it can be kind of like you're not sure if you do this or do this, and it takes a really long time to make a decision. Well, now it's kind of time to like make that decision, right? And just kind of really commit to it, go forward, and like let yourself like, you know, follow to that next like path, because you're gonna be, if you can get to this spot, or if you're already there, awesome, then like decide. But if you're not, if you're still feeling a little bit like wonky, Libra, step into that like energy of like getting yourself feeling really good, and whatever that means for you. That can just be like realigning your schedule and looking like, oh my god, like I spend so much time doing this, or I spend so much time doing that, or like I like don't even realize that I'm on my phone like probably 4 hours a day doing absolutely nothing. Like where can I like readjust and like really like put my energy into like me again, so I start feeling vibrant again. So if that's where you're at, you need to like kind of get into that, figure it out, whatever that formula is for yourself to really get to this place again, so that you can kind of commit to that next path, because it's time to like kind of take the next journey. It's time to walk through and commit to that new journey, Libra. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, Scorpio. More water, sorry. And I'm feeling the need to ring the bell and clear some energy. All right, wow, things are moving very fast for you, Scorpio. We've got the Eight of Wands coming in and the Chariot. So, wow, this is all about fast movement, fast pace, fast energy. Almost a competitive energy, especially when in cahoots with this card over here, this Chariot, who is really about like about that like battle, or about that competition, about getting yourself out there. So things are going to be feeling very fast for you, Scorpio. Things are going to be moving very intensely, of course, that word pops up for Scorpio. And so what you're really going to need to know with all this like really high-paced energy, that the thing that you really need to focus on, especially since this is the major arcana, it speaks the loudest for us, is that, look, things are moving fast, but take them at a pace. If you need a breather, take that breather. There's this kind of black and white energy, right? This is kind of like the balance of energy kind of coming in. You're going to be maybe like competing for something that you want, or having to put yourself out there in a way, or maybe even sometimes this can even feel like with competition, right? Sometimes there might feel like there's like an attack or something on you, and like I said before, there's that really like that very reactive energy kind of in the air right now. So really like putting yourself in a place that yes, you are moving fast, you're moving quickly, but you know when you're going to take those breaths, you know you're going to take those you know when you're going to take those little timeouts for yourself, because this is time for you to really go for it right now. What this is about is that this energy is really moving you into a new thing, a new direction. It's time to go after something that you really, really want right now. But once you're in it, it might start feeling like, oh my God, what's this? What, like I just created all this change in my life, and I don't even know if I can handle it. So really, the energy is right for you to like really go after something. Maybe if this is like an exercise routine that you're like really wanting to go after, it'd be a good time to start right now, because there's energy behind you. It's just like whoo, like lightning speed ahead. But just as a little precaution, like, you know, plan ahead of time for yourself before it gets to the part of like you're completely out of breath, where you're going to take some time outs, where you're going to give yourself the space to like reflect and feel again, and like feel out the new territory, because there can be a lot of scary things that happen with really quick change, and it can kind of feel like a hurricane. So really just like pace yourself in this really fast energy and this change coming for you. And whatever it is, if there's something that you really want to go for right now, this is the perfect time to like go for it. Do whatever that is, like just like bam, it's like really, I've never seen those cards come together. That's really cool. So Scorpio, Sagittarius. We got any Sages in the house? I hope these guys, these cards, these readings are resonating for you guys. And thanks for being here with me. Okay, Sag. interesting one. So, the Magician, the Magi, and the Ten of Swords. This is really interesting. So there's something that you are creating right now, Scorpio. If your mind is really running wild, again, with those stories that we tell ourselves, the things that we decide before it even happens, and then it happens and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We really need to be careful about how we use our manifestation power. And this is what this video is about, right? Like using the tarot to really manifest what you do want here. So what do you want? Because whatever your story you've been telling yourself right now, it's kind of led you to a dead end. It's led you to a place where you're, you know, whether it's happening now or you're kind of on that road path, to make you feel defeated, to make you feel, I mean, I think the card is pretty self-explanatory, make you feel dead, make you feel like you've just been bested. So this is really about like kind of coming back and like being very careful. Being careful with your thoughts. And so easy for us with our thoughts to kind of jump from one place to another. That's what our brain is supposed to do. It's supposed to make it simple for us. But when it's created a bad path, when it's created a bad habit for us, it's not always beneficial. We make very quick judgments sometimes, right? We see somebody on the street that we know, and maybe they didn't wave hi to us, and we think, oh God, they hate me immediately. And we never think like, oh, maybe they just didn't see me, or maybe they're just having a really bad day and they're so embarrassed and they don't want anyone to see them in this bad place. Whatever it is, we always kind of create the story that tends to be like always not really great in our own favor. So right now I really feel like this manifestation, because this is what the Magi is all about. This is the power, the realization that you have all the tools at your disposal, but it's not brought you to a good place because you have not been conscious of it. You have not been aware enough of what you kind of been like putting yourself, putting all that great energy, and you have this Jupiter behind you, and you have this ability to really like have this larger than life life. So you do have to be careful where you're putting that energy, where you're kind of reflecting, because you have a great mind. Your mind is like a sponge. You can really absorb all sorts of great, beautiful, wild ideas that maybe other people have a harder time grasping onto. So this for you, readdress. Maybe you can go into a journal and like kind of point per point, like writing is really good for us because it makes the process slower. Unless you're like just like an amazingly fast writer that you can write at the speed of your thoughts, then it's probably not for you, but I doubt you are. If you are, wow, that's cool. Start writing it out, writing out your thoughts. See where you're turning wrong. See where that story you've created has kind of really led you down a path, and then flip it. Even if it's not happening, even if it is a straight up lie, and it's not happening right now, flip that story, change that story for yourself, and start manifesting what you do want. Even if you don't even have the energy, then it's fine. Start with the energy. Start manifesting the energy, and then manifest the thing that you want. But yeah, there you are, Sagittarius. Sorry, I hope I'm not getting too preachy to the preacher. Okay, so we are Capricorns. We got any Capricorns? Okay, well, this is a good one for Capricorn. You're gonna like this. So, the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So, we're about working, right? Capricorn's all about that work. So this will be an easy message for you to take in. So it's time to really fight for something. It's time to really put that energy out there. There's a lot of people that really get in this, like, you know, putting it out there energy right now. So we always tend to be in a very similar place with each other. So anyway, the Knight of Swords is really about kind of, this is the only knight in the deck that's actually out there in battle, that's actually fighting the good fight, that's fighting what they want. The other knights are kind of like, some are on a crusade, some of them are just protecting the homeland, some of them are wooing the ladies or like writing poetry and singing songs. This knight is really out there fighting for what they want, putting it out there like wholeheartedly. It's very like it's very Aries energy, this card. It's just like moving out there, and this is going to be related to something that you've been chipping away at, something you've been working on. There's a final hurdle ahead for you. You could kind of say that, you know, there's that chipping away, there's that chipping away, there's that chipping away, and then there's that roadblock that kind of like makes us feel a little bit like, great, now what, or how am I getting past this, or did I mess up, and stuff like that. So this is kind of saying like, don't give up, don't give up. You are almost there. You need to really start fighting for that thing. And maybe if this is like really a job or something that you've been wanting to go after, a promotion, Capricorn, because I know you got that money, then really go after it right now. This is a good time to really put yourself out there, make the assertive choice to talk about your work, make the assertive choice to really, you know, show people what you've been up to, show people that you have the wherewithal and the know-all of what you're talking about, show them the process that you've been working on. Really, this is just about like, you know, it's good energy for you to kind of like step into that next step for you, to really like present yourself, present the energy, present the work. And this could even be, you know, this doesn't have to just be about your work. This could be even something like soul work that you've been doing. Maybe you haven't been really discussing that with people or stuff like that. Maybe this is a good time to really like discuss with people the things that you've been working on. It might inspire other people. It might bring another opportunity for you. You never know. But this is a really good time to just really go after it right now and continue chipping away. Do not give up on that project. And if you're feeling, I know you guys won't, I know you won't, but if you have been feeling a little discouraged or things, I know you guys can get really down on the process, even though I know that you guys rarely give up on it. Right now, this is not the time for being down. This is the time to raise that energy, raise that sword, and really go for it, and keep that positive, keep that morale up right now, Capricorn. Okay, who we got next? Capricorn, Aquarius. For almost home. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. So, the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So something has got you feeling a little down. Something has gotten you feeling heartbroken or at a lower vibration. There's something weighing down on you. Or something will come up that will start feeling like it's not ideal. And there's going to feel like you're kind of not on a solid ground as you normally. You're gonna start feeling a little bit young in that way, a little less mature, and this is gonna make you kind of feel very, very ungrounded right now. And this is kind of that energy, right? That highly reactive energy that we're kind of stepping into right now with everything in the summer. For you, Aquarius, you're not always used to being so in tune with the emotions and always kind of giving them the heads up in your mind that they deserve. So this is really about like kind of stepping into it again, like kind of like for Aries, allowing the vulnerability of the place you're at to be where you start building again, because this is, you know, ultimately about the structures, about the building, and about creating like a more solid ground. And we did have that tower card come up for us in the community reading, so maybe this is something specifically coming up that will really hurt to let go of, really hurt to have to release for ourselves. But ultimately the page is still working on it. The page is still really building building their process, and you might have been feeling like the king, and then smacked it down back to the page because of what happened, what kind of like really started like weighing down on you. So first, really address the heartbreak. Allow yourself to feel it, Aquarius. You know, who did I say that? Who was it? Scorpio. You know, writing in the journal is still a good thing for you. If it takes more of a process to kind of like really get down to the nitty gritty of like, how did I even end up here? Like, I feel the hole in my heart, but I don't even know how. You know, there tends to be that disconnect sometimes with Aquarius of like, okay, yeah, it hurts, but I don't know why, or I don't want to deal with it, or whatever it is. Allow yourself to feel it. This is okay. Pain is telling us what we need to hear. It's letting us know that something either broke a boundary for us, something was not right for us. And sometimes it just happens so that we can kind of create a stronger muscle there, create a stronger muscle in the heart for us to keep open up a little bit more. It needs to rip open a little bit, right? So ultimately, there's going to be this rebuilding. This is not, you know, it's not new energy. It's not like you've never dealt with this before, but maybe it's kind of knocked you on off your feet a little bit. And you're going to start rebuilding here for yourself. So, but first, let yourself feel it, and then start the process of kind of rebuilding that structure for yourself, rebuilding, you know what, if it was a relationship, rebuilding the terms of that relationship, or, you know, if it was something that broke in the house, maybe it was your computer. Technology with Aquarius, right? My computer broke, oh my God. That is heartbreaking, actually. It's so heartbreaking. Finding something else that worked for you better. Maybe there was a certain system that went down in your technology. These are just examples, but this is what I'm saying, that whatever comes next, there's the building up process again. So you have something to look forward to, even though you first kind of have to deal with the feels. All right, guys. Finally, Pisces. Yeah, Pisces people. I'm a Pisces. I'm so proud to be a Pisces, even though it's such a hard life. I'm proud to be a Pisces. Okay, guys. And after this, I'll take some questions if I can find them quick enough for them to come up. Hopefully they don't keep disappearing on me. So I apologize if the whole camera comes down while I'm trying to figure that out. But here we go. First, Pisces, and I've been waiting patiently. Me too. Okay, Pisces, I got a big hit for you. Wow. Okay, you have the Seven of Wands and you have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's start here. So this card is really about kind of having the upper hand, but having to still defend it, to really, this is really about boundaries for you, Pisces. This is going to be about getting it, especially since the Knight came up of Pentacles. This is really going to be about defining your boundaries, defining that and creating that structure, and then watching over it and tending it, watching over that place and really nurturing it and making sure that it stays up. Because right now, Pisces, especially we're in this Cancer energy, this is like so easy for you to like zoom, transcend into and feel all the feels with everybody else and get really highly reactive. And so it's time to kind of like draw the line for yourself, protect yourself right now, Pisces. You know, don't let people come after you with any negative energies. If they do, you just say, I understand you feel that way, and I give you love, and I give you light, and let them be on your way. It is not your business what they're going through. I know you want to help everybody in the whole world, but sometimes you have to protect yourself. If you can't protect yourself, Pisces, you're going to go down with the storm as well. And what it's really going to be, this is going to be about you watching over people, ultimately watching over everything, watching over yourself, watching over the crops, watching over the society that is at large. But you can't do so when you're letting everyone pass these boundaries. So there is a little bit of I don't want to say like fighting energy, because I don't think that's where you shine, but sorry, but just a protective energy that no one can really touch you right now. It's kind of like that turn the other cheek, you know, and just believing that your own energetic force is going to be enough, whether you just need to step away or whatever it is, to really protect yourself, protect your own realm right now, Pisces, because ultimately you are the protector. You are looking after the crop. You are looking after the lands. You are kind of with Cancer, it seems a little bit that you guys are going to be in cahoots, creating some type of structure for people in this time right now that's going to feel a little bit more, people are going to be flying off the handle a little bit easier, or just feeling a little bit like they're in places that they're not used to being emotionally, that they're going to start feeling all sorts of feels that takes them out of their own character. So right now, this is you really just deciding that right now, creating that space for yourself, whatever you need to do to like kind of cut cords and really ground down for yourself, whether it's just like putting your feet in the ground and getting toes in the soil, meditating, yoga, whatever it is, it's time to draw those lines for yourself so that you can be ultimately the protector of the realm and watch over the ones that are going through things that they have not really experienced before, like you and like you have, and so they're a little bit more on a less solid plane than you. So that is my reading for the signs for this, guys. So I will take a couple of questions. I have a little bit of time to kind of give to people if they want to. The name of the deck is the Golden Universal, or the Universal Golden Universal. That sounds right. Tarot deck. But I will take a card and pull a card for people. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, let me know what you want. I wonder if I press this, what will happen? Live chat. Okay. Okay, Kylie Bennett, am I supposed to do Reiki? Thank you. Thank you for calling me cute and beautiful. And so I'm gonna adjust your question a little bit. This is part of my how to manifest. And this is going to be, if you do Reiki, what will it look like for you? It sounds like you do want to do Reiki. So should you do it? I'm gonna say that's probably a yes, but what would it look like if you went through that path? And this is kind of how we can use tarot in a little bit better way for ourselves. What will it look like if you do decide to go down that path? Okay. Temperance card. So I really see this, if you do decide to go through the Reiki path, this is going to be great for you. It's going to really create a sense of balance in your life. And there is some type of, when I see the temperance, it's also kind of like an angel blessing that you are in the right way, and that getting these energies, going down that path will really like help you with other people's like balancing of energies, but even for yourself. So this is a great card to see for Reiki. So if you want to go through it, and choose that path for yourself, I really see this as something that's really blessed, that's going to create a lot of balance and sustainability in your own life. So yes. Okay, Crystal Catherine's Arcanium Insights. What is something I should be focusing on right now? What is something I should be focusing on right now? Okay, the Lover's card. So you need to be focusing on love. You need to choose love. You need to focus on love, not fear. You need to focus on anything that is in fear. You need to let go and give it love. This could be even giving love to someone you have. Could be sharing in love. This could be creating a dinner. This could be anything that is really just about embracing love, embracing happiness, embracing the higher vibrational pull, getting up there again. This is what you need to be focusing on. Love, love, love. And this is about choice, right? This card is also about choice. So it's actively choosing to go in that direction, even when you feel like you're being pulled into the negativity, even when you're feel that you're pulling into the low vibrational behavior, choosing love instead, and choosing to act in the higher vibration instead. I don't know where the comments went again. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Sorry, guys. I'm just like doing these at random too, so sorry if it looks so different on the chat. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, there we go. I can pull up. There we go. Okay. Can you pick a card for me? Will I be moving out of Utah before the end of the year? Let's see what we can do. If that's something that you want, so let's take Manifestation Tarot and say, what can you do to move out of Utah by the end of the year? And kind of take it out of the universe's hands and put it back into your hands. So, what can she do to make sure that she does move out of Utah by the end of the year? What does she do? What does she do? Okay, I would see this as this is a traveling card. So this is the Knight of Wands. You can see this is the one that's on the crusade, right? This is the one this is the knight that's on a crusade. This is the knight that's going for it, that's expanding his horizons, that's traveling, things like that. But he's actively doing it. He's actively making this happen. So I would say that if this is something that you really want, yes, the energy is there for you to actually go out and pursue it. But this person decided to get up on their horse and leave. So whatever you need to do to start kind of like getting into the place where you want to be. But ultimately, there's a lot of things that can keep us in a place, right? But ultimately, it's just our decision. Like, are we going to take that leap, our faith, or not? Are we going to go off into the world and do something different? Is kind of the final choice, even when everything is nice and tidy. And then there's like the last thing that's holding us back, and it's like, are we going to do it? So this is really, I would say that this is a good energy for you to be making that move, if you want to go for it. And if you want to go deeper into it, I do have readings on Astrolada's site. We can kind of go deeper onto the steps that would be available for you. The as above, so below reading would be a good one to really explore the steps that you need to take to get into that. Questions, guys. So thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. Once again, I am MAMITA. I'm new to the family team here at Astrolada, and I can't wait to hear more from you guys. And if you do want to book a private reading, go to astrolada.com, look me up, MAMITA, and I have a whole plethora of readings as above, so below. We've got a Venus reading for about love. We've got a traditional Celtic cross reading. I think I have a pyramid reading up there as well, which I really like to work with. That one's a little bit quicker and more straightforward. But whatever it is, yeah, hit me up, and thank you so much. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of my readings, and if it resonated for you. I would love to hear back on that. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to try to exit gracefully out of this.